Very good morning. Great to have you join us. Welcome to the Sports Republic show. It's a different day. We talk about sports on the show. I am not alone as usual. You need to know I have my man with me and also a guest. Funny to say, this guest around is my brother. We'll talk about that. But David, you're welcome. Great to have you join us.
Well, what a beautiful morning, PZ. A very good morning to you. It's another time to talk sports,
right?
And we are ready to go. Even though I was going to ask you if you were following the NLC protest to allow Sir, but
right.
You're right here. We have our people.
So I think at some point, our correspondents are already out there. So at some point, we join. You know, it's a sport team, but then this one is all about everybody. I could say every Nigerian at this point is really feeling the heat. So it's not a point that goes away. But we could bring you that one. Much report about the NLC protest. I think we recall. They're currently where at Alausa.
Yes, presently at
Alausa at the moment. But we'll give you updates about that one just as you unfold. But I got my brother on the show today. Is it the first time on TV?
Yeah, it's
okay. The first time on TV, I'm having my brother on the show. I mean, we look alike. That's the
same brother, elder brother.
Every day we do. Great to have you, JC. I mean, unleashing my brother's name, JC sounds the way. But you're welcome. Great to have you join us.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's an honor to be here.
Yeah. So we start the show with you, the MPFL. It's a great one that you are part of the league as well, the Nigerian Premier Football League, and having planned to go out. We talk about this one, David Olofejana Ayegbeni.
Yeah.
Okay. We saw them inspire the MPFL youth. That's in Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium. So you play in the league. I mean, it's a point. What is the development about?
The Nigerian league is one that has caught a lot of attention worldwide. So. It still needs more of these developments.
You think so?
Yeah, because first and foremost, we don't have good facilities.
Right.
Our media still growing. So you can't compare it to the EPL.
Right.
So we need more hands. Olofejana and Ayegbeni, they are just two persons. We need bigger names.
Yeah, I think there are other guys involved, but these are the big names.
Yeah, these are just the big names. We need bigger names. Imagine Kanu, Mwanko and JJ Okocha involving themselves in the MPFL. Fine, it's going to be better than it is. We just need the league to be pronounced. That's where it's lacking. So we need a very, very, very big media attention. I think that should be it. We don't have it yet in the MPFL.
Okay, so we don't have it. David, you want to go contrary?
Well, I honestly think that, yes, he just made mention of the fact that we need bigger names, but I also wanted to find out from him, because, of course, he's been in the league. He knows the league very well. Yeah. Do you think we need these names, or we need companies and the government taking their hands off our sports at this point?
Very good. I think these are the names that will attract these companies you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't expect people to put their hands in something that they won't benefit from.
Right.
So the attention JJ Okocha, Sunday Olise, Kanu Nwankwo will bring to the league will make these companies interested, because now they know they are having a wider range.
I cannot agree less. I mean, there is the stake jersey sponsor of Eyiba, and of course they came into that.
A lot of brands are still coming in as well.
Is the chairman of the team. So I totally agree with you on that.
Okay, so that's what you get when you have a player who plans to trade in the Nigerian Premier Football League, formally, and also still doing the job well, and possibly very soon you could hear his story away from home. I mean, that's abroad. But we have this talk that continues to emanate in the world of football, and you begin to say, should Nigerians, in quotes, retain Jose Pesaro, knowing fully well that the World Cup qualifiers is coming up next in South Africa, against South Africa, and then we have the Nations Cup for Morocco 2025. David, Pesaro talk looks still very long, like that of Lagos 10 Mainland Bridge. Should we retain Pesaro? You think so?
I honestly think that retaining Pesaro is a good way to go.
A good way to go.
For continuity's sake.
Okay.
For continuity's sake. Yes, his style might not have that fluidity that has to make our strikers, because guess what? We have one of the most potent striking force in Africa.
Right, you're right.
So if we cannot utilize these guys at this stage because of our style of play, then it's something that we need to call for correction. So for me, I honestly think Pesaro just needs continuity. Tell him, give him other tasks like we gave him before going to the Nations Cup. The trophy is your target, and he got us to the final. But my pain would be if we let him go now. Who do we want to bring in?
Okay, it looks scary. What about that?
It looks scary, like you said, but I think we should retain him.
Why?
He has been good. He has been good. Though before the competition, this AFCON, we weren't sure about him.
Right.
But we gave him a target and he got to the final.
So right.
I think we should leave him. I just think we should work more on our scouting.
Oh, okay.
We don't have a creative midfielder.
Wow.
And that is the issue. And you talked about our strikers being very, very prolific out there. So we need creativity. Playing Iwobi, and Iwobi has been the one on everyone's lips. So he's been the issue. But I don't think he's the issue because he was playing flats with Onyeka.
I know how it works when you played away from your main position.
You don't expect him to stress himself on mark and then be creative.
Well, how do you explain this to Nigerians? I mean, a lot of people don't know this.
A lot of persons are not into football.
Right.
They just want result. And so
Nigerians are coaches. So
exactly. So I think they should go around, even if it's in the league, look for a very good number 10. It has been our issue. We thought Rabi Ibrahim was going to fill in that. We saw this guy, is he Akinwumi Amo, right?
Yeah.
He was supposed to be there, but it didn't work out. Kelechi Iheanacho was another person we thought was going to be.
Yes, I was even going to ask you, don't you think Kelechi Iheanacho can do better as a 10?
I think, but he's not doing it in the club side, so you don't expect it. It's just like Mikel playing as a DM in Chelsea and coming here and playing as a central midfielder. It doesn't work out. So we just need more scouts, and I think that is just the problem. He's doing well. He's doing well. He needs to work more in the offensive tactics. He's more of defensive. I mean, precisely.
So talking about Peter Rufai, he said something. Moving on, next one, Super Eagles goalkeeping problem, department issue is solved. And everybody knows when we talk about Vincent Ayama, ever since he left the limelight of the Super Eagles department, the goalkeeping, we've been in a very shambolic manner. But you take it back to Stanley Nwabali. And Peter Rufai, like growing up, you used to know, we call him Keeper Rufai. You know, he has come to say that our goalkeeping issue with the department is solved with Stanley Nwabali, and also Okoye is doing well with Udinese. The other time, this is Okonkwo, Arsenal loanee at West Ham. Currently now he's been eligible. I think he posted on the group. He's now eligible to be part of the Nigerian national team. Is our problem over? Is it over? Are we settled on the goalkeeping department now? Nwabali is 27.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No. I know he had a very good competition, a very good tournament, but I still think he needs to make us, he needs to be more reliable. Fine, he did well, but he already knows he's number one. We don't have that competition. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. We don't have that competition, and what they call him, Uzoho. At the time, he was doing well when he was in Deportivo. In the World Cup 2018. Right, it was. I mean, we saw his sensational. Yeah, we saw him. That was just a tournament. Right. We need to see more of him. It's my first time watching him. I think I saw him once when he was in the league, Nigerian league here. I think Castina, yes. But right now, I'm not confident enough. Yeah, so we need to see more of him.
I also would agree with him. At this point, we need healthy competition.
Exactly.
Just like what you have in the striking department of Nigeria, where you have a Victor Boniface that is scoring a plenty, and then there is a Terra, and of course Oseni is there. So it's a healthy competition where every manager. So
you want to see that? You want to see
it's a good headache for managers. It's a very good headache.
Exactly.
But then when you look at it from the perspective of competition, Stanley Nwabali has done well in this competition. I personally feel that the defensive pack, he has a voice. I think he has a way of, telling his defenders, even though they are mature defenders, of Trisekong and of course Calvin Bassey, there is this synergy between the defenders and the goalkeeper.
That's true.
But the competition must be there.
Exactly. Okay, if we have all of the time, if we do have all of the time, we're talking about all those goalkeepers, the likes of Brendan Insurance, Abaso J, Doma United Kingdom, Osai, great goalkeeper, Olorun Loke Ojo of Eimba, he made the only AFCON, I mean, that's the only MPFL player who was part of the AFCON side. MPFL player doesn't sound cool. What's his name? Chipa United goalkeeper, Nwabali, Ozoho, all of those guys, Okoye, Okoronkwo, great keepers, like they rightly said, we need competition. But we move on this one. Let's go. How confident is Iwobi right now? After Iwobi scored against Man United, that was a vital goal, and I celebrated. I'm not a Fulham fan, but it's crazy how I celebrated like I was a Fulham fan. I don't even know Craven Cottage a lot. But talking about Iwobi, after the cyber bully, you know what it feels, the mentality. Not everybody has a mentality like Ronaldo. Ronaldo has one of the highest Instagram. I mean, he's the highest. He's the highest. America said the lane where America country JJ, like they are still less than Ronaldo. Ronaldo just got it big at Instagram. And that's how big the social media is. Alexa will be cyberbullying here too. He can't stand the pressure.
Yeah.
But scoring a goal now, how good was it for us to see Iwobi score?
As a Nigerian, I think it was good. It was very good. First of all, I believe in Iwobi.
Oh,
a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I'm his fan. I like him.
Right.
He has this flair. He has the flair, but I think he was played out of position, and he was trying to manage himself. We don't understand that because we needed a result, like I said earlier. But I think it's a very huge morale, the goal, you know, against Manchester United.
Big club as well.
Very big club. So I don't think he took that pressure back to Fulham. Yeah, this man.
Silva, Marco?
I mean, Marco Silva has been waiting for Nigeria to leave the competition so that he will come back. He's a very integral part of the team. Right. Now he plays in the central midfield. He plays from the left side, plays from the right side. He's what they call it, he's a utility in the team. So they needed him to be back, and he came back and he has delivered. So I think he's a very good
let's keep running on the show quickly. You're still watching the Sports Republic show. We'll keep you updated about the LC protests out there as it's ongoing right now. Let's talk about the EFL. I've not been on the I can't recall on the TV talking about it. I think more of it was on the radio. The EFL, if you call it the Carabao Cup, you wouldn't be wrong to say that. Chelsea, you know, Mauricio Pochettino, I felt so bad for him after losing. This is the third time he's lost our cup final in England. He's still struggling, although he got in Paris Saint-Germain. Everybody says the Farmers League, right? Let's talk about that game, the Carabao Cup. I'll start with you, David. Being a Man United fan that you are, do you celebrate Chelsea loss? Because I know the rivalry talk.
No. If it's for Chelsea, they are nowhere close when it comes to trophy with Manchester United. But then, the fact that Nigeria as a country had a beautiful silent night, which was powered by Liverpool players, and of course, high school players from Liverpool, let me put that in as well. It was a joy for some persons like me, banter-wise. But then, I would want to concentrate on Jurgen Klopp, who would be living on a high. Let's also face it, whether we like it or not, Jurgen Klopp is a fantastic manager.
Amazing one.
That as I speak to you, it will take maybe another extra effort for Man City to get the title off him. So he's living on a high with a trophy, which is very, very good. For Pochettino, the understanding will be there that he did not buy these players. Mr. Is
that a benefit of a doubt?
7-7.
Is that an excuse for you? Wait, David, are you trying to give an excuse for Chelsea? Because Pochettino has been
if you recall on the radio, I told you that Pochettino will still come back to say, I did not buy these players.
Right, you said so. I recall.
And the truth is, let's face it, if you are the CEO of a club and then you're buying players for a manager that you don't even know what style of play is coming to play at your club, then the manager will have a problem, which is what Pochettino is presently going through. But painfully, right, it is a phase. But with the money spent, as a businessman, you don't even want to think about it. Chelsea's middle is about 300 million, if I'm not mistaken. The middle of the park. And they have no.
Everybody's talking about the money. The money spent on those players is insane. The club have invested a lot in the players, and they feel they need to start seeing results. I know how it works, and I'm not surprised to see a Jurgen Klopp come to say to the media, "I've won the Champions League, I've won the FIFA World Club Cup, but this one looks like the most." And I understand. Now you used some kind of players. When you had Diego Jota, Darwin Núñez, I was even wondering if he's injured. See the way he was running. Darwin Núñez, all of those players, Mo Salah, behind the Salah, Alexander Trent, Arnold, they were off the game. And he had to go back to an academy. But I keep saying it again, I love to put correction on that. People shouldn't, because I know how Lagos market can be. You know what I mean? they always argue and say Chelsea go lose to the academy boys.
I just said the high school
Chelsea players were more younger from the onset to the end of the game. Chelsea had a more younger side, but that's not an excuse. But the reputation about the big names, Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, the money, Noni Madueke, all of this, the money involved in these guys is long.
You don't want to compare it.
You don't want to compare. But let me come with you, JC. Well-deserved victory for Liverpool.
Yeah, well-deserved.
1-1-8, 118th minute when the goal came. And you don't want to give credit to a Chelsea side that stood firm, stood strong, and I felt like the game should have ended in a penalty.
I think from the first minute to the 90th minute, Chelsea was awesome. Yeah, they did well. They did well, but they don't score goals.
Not clinical.
You don't expect a team with such players not to be scoring goals.
Yeah.
They are not clinical enough, and they didn't take the chances. And then Liverpool had one. They took it. It was cancelled. The same Virgil van Dijk. It was cancelled. They were hungry. They knew they didn't have the quality enough in the match, so they stood strong and then they were fighting.
Right.
But Chelsea, at the point, they were relaxed. They had the possession. They did everything.
What team was more hungrier?
I would say Liverpool. Yeah, you know when you're playing.
So we're coming back to this hungry. This was hungry.
Yeah,
hungry team.
They're hungry.
They knew Chelsea was the better side.
Okay.
They were Chelsea with the squad we saw.
Yeah,
they were favourites
true.
to win the match, but they knew that they had to put more effort, and they did, and it worked out for them. So.
Okay, Mo Shapali bringing a transfer news before we go on the break. Transfer news is what we'll talk about now. Kylian Mbappe is the next man, and the question is, what is Kylian Mbappe bringing to Real Madrid? What is it bringing?
And his problem.
He just whispers and they say, "Voila."
So Kylian Wahala.
Yeah, Madrid is my team, you know, right?
Right.
So I think, fine. I don't know how they want to play it, but I just know that we once had Tevez, Ronaldo, and Rooney.
Right.
In Manchester United,
right,
and it worked out for them.
Yeah,
they gave them the Champions League, gave them the Premier League. So
right.
I think that's what we're going to be saying in Rodrigo,
Vinicius
and Mbappe. Mbappe will be the centre forward.
What
so
about
let me put you on the spot where he puts me.
Okay.
Give us your first 11 of Madrid team presently.
When Mbappe comes.
With Mbappe, yes.
With Endrick as well.
Edwin is going to come in as a sub.
Yeah, I recall we had a word. Was it yesterday?
Yeah, he's going to be a second striker.
Yeah, okay, let's
we'll
have
put him on the bench.
Yeah,
so Edwin
is out. Okay. Should I still involve the defense?
Yeah, just go through.
Alphonso Davies.
Right,
part
Alphonso
of the
Davies,
team.
okay.
He has a play.
So Thibaut Courtois on the goalpost.
Thibaut Courtois, Alphonso Davies, Dani Carvajal, David Alaba, and Eder Militao.
Rudiger on the bench?
Yeah, Rudiger on the bench.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that's actually Ancelotti's preference.
True.
Yeah, that's his preference. And see the problem now. Every good team wants a left centre back.
Right, I noticed.
Yes,
is it modernity of the game?
It's the modern part of the game.
Oh, okay.
It's easier. It makes them more comfortable. Look at Gabriel Magalhaes.
Right, I see that.
Look at Levi Colwill.
One of the problems even Ten Hag is having with Shaw having injury. I quite agree with you.
I think his problem is Martinez.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lisandro Martinez. If that guy is fit, Manchester United is
okay. Go on. Let us know. The midfield of Madrid.
Toni Kroos.
Okay.
Toni
Kroos is making the team. Fantastic.
Wow, it's a problem. Toni Kroos and Valverde.
Toni Kroos and Valverde. So, and I feel 1 month man needs to join, and there's a problem with Tchouaméni Camavinga. Jude Bellingham.
Bellingham will play behind them.
So you have four. Who's the right back?
Dani Carvajal.
Dani Carvajal. So you have 4. You have 3 now. So there's no Tchouaméni. There is no Camavinga.
The problem with this formation is that we don't have.
So Valverde plays a role.
Valverde will be a box-to-box midfielder.
Okay. So who stays?
Kroos stays.
Yeah, Kroos stays.
Dictates the movement of the game, but he needs more help. And thank God, Bellingham is a hard worker. Valverde is a hard worker. I don't know. I'm confused. But I think this is the 3. Vinicius at this point will not drop. Rodrigo is doing excellently. You understand? So I think they will play together, 3 of them. Is it a problem?
Oh, well, it is. It's a good problem. It's a good problem because I think, as it stands, you having that formation.
Okay, so while we talk about Real Madrid, I have to hold you. We are coming back to Nigeria, where we belong. Nigeria is our country. Our place in Nigeria. So we connect live now. Let's go off from football. We'll come back to give you more update. But right now, as it stands, Femi Falana is having, he's having a talk right now on the ongoing protest about the NLC. Let's take a watch about it now. Okay, we are back again. I don't know, that you saw, I don't know, it really shows how Nigerians are feeling the heat. I mean, the massive turnaround, the massive turn up out there. This NLC, you talked about it while the video was ongoing there. What's your take about that?
I think this is what we need.
This is what we need.
It shows seriousness. It shows that we are hungry.
Right.
We are angry. We want to be out of this situation. You understand? So I think it's a very good one. I like that. I wish it can also happen in other countries.
Other states, sorry. In Nigeria.
It's a nationwide protest. So we're looking at it from the perspective of Nigerians basically coming out. It's the National Labour Congress.
Right. It's a national thing.
It's a national thing. Nigeria Labour Congress. It's a national thing. So almost all the states will be having this protest. We hear feelers of the fact that there are other states that are presently having such. Of course, Lagos is going to be really loud.
That's the main
So
issue. we need Lagos.
Yeah, this one is happening now. We need to bring it to you. It's happening at the moment, just as we are live in the studio. But how well would this protest? What is this protest going to bring to the government?
I think it's going to
federal government.
It's going to bring a major awareness of the fact that Nigerians are being vocal. Nigerians are talking.
Yeah.
This is not so. There were some statement from the federal government asking the Labour not to go into having this protest today. But of course, Labour has shown that they have their own position, and their position is the protest will still be on, which is what we're seeing presently.
So let me hold it back to you, David. I recall on a Saturday I was on the radio, privileged to be the one hosting the show for Anasike, and at that point we talked about how the Southeast.
Yeah.
At that point, as a Saturday, not today, how the Southeast were silent on this issue of the ongoing protest, ongoing issue in the country now.
Okay.
Is this one now the NLC? Is this a national one? Is this one everybody now? Is this Nigerian people? Or is this still? Tell us more about it.
The Nigerian Labour Congress is just what it is. It's a national thing.
Yeah.
Every single Congress members in every state would have to come out, you know, to make this, you know, protest happen. Maybe in our subsequent bulletin, the news bulletin, we'll get to hear how the protest did pan out in almost every part of the country. Presently, the NLC is at Alausa. This is Alausa presently, and Lagos is just big on what it is.
And this is a peaceful protest.
Very peaceful, because the security operatives are there.
When you watch the scenario, watch the people, you will find out that this one they are out here for a purpose.
Of course,
this one is it's not like we're just coming to fight. We are saying our minds.
It's tiring. It's tiring. I mean, I saw a couple of days ago a store around my access where a bag of rice was sold for 78,000.
The country now is, even if you don't cook, you should know the prices of these things.
Exactly.
It's that deep. It's that deep. I mean, it's as bad as one egg. One egg, I'm not talking the crates, for like 200 naira.
Just
one thing is certain, we still pray for our people protest. We pray that everything goes out the way we plan it and the way we want it. But before we go on a break, let's talk about one man. What's the next destination? Where is Victor Oseni going to? We'll talk about it now. Oseni, what next for Oseni?
Oseni. Again, I say it all the time. Oseni should go to a club that is in Europe and making it big, and would be in Europe. The Champions League, not even the Europa, the Champions League.
Oseni wants to be in Europe, you know, which club in particular would you say Oseni?
To be very honest, I would love Oseni to be in Arsenal.
Arsenal?
The league. Wow. Arsenal, Liverpool, one of these two clubs. It would be fantastic. In fact, is Haaland scoring? You will find out.
Okay, Oseni to Arsenal, you want to go contrary to that?
I'm not going contrary to him, but
you think he suits him?
I feel anything will suit that man. That man is a fighter.
Not a Chelsea team now.
No, a Chelsea team will suit
not
him.
A Chelsea team that is not making
Just because the position.
Okay, not making Euro from that angle.
Yes.
I don't really think players these days think about that.
I know you should.
Yeah, look at Enzo.
To be an African
look at Enzo. Look at
he knew.
The World Cup. They knew that
the project.
Yeah, it's the they have a project,
right?
And there is this view of Chelsea as a big team. And then with the team, with the squad depth, that they can make Europe next year or next season. But though it's already late, so but I think Oseni will fit into Chelsea. You know why?
Yes, because Chelsea is actually one of those clubs that
he will score. The chances are coming for Jackson. He's not scoring. Oseni will score. He will fight. He will EPL defenders know that yes, another Drogba is in town.
Okay, we need to go. We should have brought you more about transfer update, but hopefully I believe Jerry we're doing justice to that. Come the locker room later today, 5 p.m. Nigerian time. He's going to talk more about Jurgen Klopp making a move away from Liverpool. He said it's sabbatical, but the last manager that said about sabbatical leave was Luciano Spalletti, and it wasn't long we saw him with the Italian national team. Personally, that guy scammed me, but that one aside. Now Alonso, we wait to know what next. Will he be joining Bayern Munich and also Javi Hernandez? What next for Javi? All of this will be talked about later on the show by 5 p.m. Join the locker room show with Jerry. But at this point, we'll go on a break. Keep watching Sports Public Show. We'll be back. Stay with us. Thank you so much for staying with us right here on Sports Republic Show. We continue with the football talk. It's like our talk, you could call it the analysis time. But let's talk about the EPL, the Premier League as it stands now. Manchester City, they are second, but as it stands, everybody's jittering with the fear. Now, team will be saying, no, good chance when they also near you. Now, as it stands, they are just so weird, just a point at break to Liverpool. Now, the question remains, can Manchester City, Pep Guardiola's side, the Etihad boys, the guy in sky blue, can they make it the fourth consecutive Premier League? Maybe I don't want to say that, just maybe. Not a City fan, none of these club fans, but it's just what it is.
Yes, I think they can do it.
They can?
Yeah, they can do it. I got scared when Kevin De Bruyne returned.
You got not
scared? Why now?
Why now? Okay.
Why now? The man is great, and I think the team is complete. They can do. The only thing is Liverpool shouldn't sleep, and Liverpool is having issues now with injuries.
Yeah, injuries.
So I think Man City overtakes them. It's over.
It's over.
It's over.
Well, from a Manchester United fan point of view, Liverpool, congratulations.
That's what you want. But say it the way it is. That's what you want. I know what you want.
But really, let's face it, right? Manchester City has a very unbelievable record of 10 games, 11 games, 12 games to the end of the season. They go firing on all cylinder. You don't know where the energy will come from. He just said it. A lot of us get scared when some of these players return. Kevin De Bruyne is another player you don't want to imagine his comeback. Now he's back, Haaland is scoring. He's back, there's fluidity in the team again. That's scary. That's really scary. Would City make it fifth consecutive win? It's very possible. But of course, you know how Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp do their thing. They are breathing down the neck of Man City, and they are breathing down so hard to the point that Man City will look at the back and say, hey, or they are top and say, no, we need to also put up our pace.
But you can't talk about the English Premier League without referencing Arsenal.
I was going to say that.
Yeah. Do we see them as rivals?
Yes. Yeah. No. I see Arsenal this season as rivals.
What changed? Why now?
I'm seeing a complete squad. I'm seeing them come together. Julian Timber has started training. Thomas Partey has started training. So I think they will give something.
Fabio Vieira is back.
Fabio Vieira is back. He was in the bench in the Champions League, right?
So
Gabriel Jesus is back too. So I think Arsenal's problem has always been their squad depth and injuries.
I honestly don't also want to buy into that squad depth thing. You see, there's something in football, and I know you can attest to it.
Yeah.
If you have a mentality and then experience in a particular competition, and you've won it before, of course your experience will count, your mentality will count. It's just like what I just said earlier about City having to play the last 10 games of the season. There's the mentality of the fact that we can never lose. Guy, we know the
what mentality?
Arsenal,
right.
At this point, I don't think there's that person that has that leadership quality to help them manage that team.
Let me come in. Do you know there's Zinchenko in that team? And there's Gabriel Jesus. There's Julian Timber. Julian Timber has won the BSA for like 2 or 3 times. I know he's bringing that mentality. He's back. He's hungry. He wants to prove to the world. Zinchenko has been doing it for them. Gabriel Jesus is there. So I think right now, imagine last season, towards the end of the season, Holding was playing in centre back for Arsenal.
Yeah.
That was
it was funny. It was very funny. He couldn't mark Haaland.
Right. We saw that.
Now, let's assume this guy gets injured. What they call him? Saliba.
Yeah.
Ben White can play in the central defense.
Right.
And what they call him? Kivior play or Zinchenko.
Right? You know why I'm going to buy into what Jason is rightly saying. Squad depth was a problem for Arsenal.
Very big problem.
There's something that Declan Rice has brought to the team.
Declan Rice.
A balance in the middle. You know, someone said Kai Havertz is enjoying this game now. We're seeing like a Kai Havertz. Now, let's talk about squad depth. After last season, they had the Saliba injured. And Arsenal carrying on for head. If it happens now, you don't worry so much.
Okay, because of the squad depth.
Yeah, I mean, the squad depth is key.
Now, the squad depth is now, the question now would be, are the squad depth champions and winners, serial winners, who knows and have the mentality of the fact that
you don't need all your team to be winners. You just need
not all the team. I'm talking about
you need to have in between players. See, Declan Rice have not been in the far Europe, but the way he plays is
he's not won the league before.
He's not. But no, come with me.
He won one last year.
He won the European one. You know, talking about
conference league. He won as a captain.
So as a true,
and that's what he's bringing. You see the mentality he's bringing.
I admit, but you know, Arsenal is just that team that personally, and
you already know what they can do.
They will mark you to the
exactly, that's it. Arteta is a crazy coach. Are you seeing him? He's taking every game as they come.
Yeah.
He's gonna win Porto. Do you know right? He's gonna win a very big match.
Okay. And let me hold it guys because of time. We need to run out so many things. Let's talk about Rasmus Højlund, the Manchester United man who I love so much. I love to watch the dance play all the time. He is one man everybody felt like he's done. He's not going to score goals, but right now he's been scoring and firing on all cylinders. But something happened to him. He got injured. And the question is, do you think that was the reason why Man United lost that very game? So, talk about Rasmus Højlund. Tell me about him, David.
Well, again, it's quite painful that when you think that the Manchester United team looks like they are crawling to the top, you find them going back.
Right.
It's like taking one step forward and 4 or 5 steps backwards.
Right.
Painfully injury worries. And also painfully there are no squad depth. That's the very painful one.
Yeah.
But it's as bad as even the ones that are playing not having that momentum that the likes of Rasmus Højlund has. Example is the English boy. What's his name now?
Rashford.
Okay.
Come on.
Guys, relaxed.
He's so big. I know the painful part. He's like the highest end in that team.
He is.
Yeah, he's one of the big players.
Now, if you have such a player who is so relaxed, I'm not even trying to give even more. Are you going to now say you want to rely on Anthony Martial?
Okay, you know what? I'm going to hold it. Let me be doing it.
Who's Pokoli?
That's Anthony. Baby, let's do it this way because of time. We need to run. I'll be placing on you both now. You'll be talking and he's going to be talking with me as well. So tell me, Pochettino, we're moving next now to Chelsea. Can Mauricio Pochettino bring silverware to Chelsea? There's something, if you watch the Carabao Cup, the presentation of medals where the runners-up Chelsea were on the tunnel walking up, we saw of Mauricio Pochettino. Todd Boehly was just close and Todd Boehly wanted to have a handshake with him and he blanked him. He literally blanked him. And a lot of people are beginning to say that sends a whole lot of message. The question is that in time, I don't know what his mentality looks like. Can he give Chelsea the silverware? Can he give Chelsea any silverware? Because he lost the League Cup
this season,
which is the smallest.
Are you talking about this season?
This season?
No.
Okay, will he bring in time? In the future? What about the future?
Yeah, he will.
Yes, in the future.
He's a good coach. He's a good coach. You just need to give him his time. You need to allow him manage the team.
No pressure.
No pressure.
I also would want to buy into that. Allow him manage the team. Allow him get his kind of players.
Yes, yeah.
Because that is actually a problem. You said he blanked Todd Boehly, and I said jokingly, he doesn't see one for Dangote Refinery.
Maybe that's why.
Okay, we jump to the La Liga EA Sports and talk about Real Madrid. Often time during the transfer, we talked about Real Madrid. Say, waiting Mbappe will bring this Real Madrid team. But another one why they ask now be Emmanuel Petit, maybe say win France 98 World Cup. He don't already come out and talk say as it stands now that Kylian Mbappe would be bringing some. I mean, the way he said it, he said Kylian Mbappe will be a problem in the Real Madrid dressing room, and I begin to wonder. We've seen Madrid, the Los Blancos, Galacticos, all of the players coming in, and he said something that struck my mind. He said, for the fact saying money big, in wages salary is big. Now some players there for the team never like saying Mbappe they come. Okay. Do you understand the thing?
That's what it is.
That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
So is Mbappe going to spoil the dressing room for Real Madrid?
No.
It's
not big enough.
It's not big enough.
David Beckham couldn't spoil it.
Not even Figo could do it.
Figo couldn't do it. Zinedine Zidane couldn't do it. He hasn't gotten a Ballon d'Or. He hasn't won the worst Ballon d'Or. So he's not big enough.
No, it's not big enough.
Yeah.
David.
But I quickly before I respond, I quickly want to ask. Kylian Mbappe is a name.
He's a name.
Even in the French team. Petit of course, is a French former footballer.
Yeah.
At this point, do you think, as a player, coming from a player's perspective now, do you think that Mbappe really would be a problem? Even from a player's perspective now.
Okay, now on the pitch.
On the pitch.
First, I don't think Mbappe, on the pitch,
yes, on the pitch.
I don't think he's a frustration kind of player. Okay. I think he's more of a worker. You know, he doesn't wait for the ball to come to him. He goes to the ball. He
struggles for the game.
Yeah, struggles. So I think the team will be happy to have him. You know why?
Yeah.
He's going to deliver. Don't be surprised. Madrid will be playing 6-0, 7-0 next season because these guys knows that the depth is. In fact, the players on the bench are willing to play. Look at Brahim Diaz. Are we forgetting him?
Right, Brahim
Diaz. He's amazing.
Every time he gets a start,
every time,
and
he's someone that wants to show that he's supposed to earn a starting position.
Again, I also think that Petit might be very wrong on this, because when it comes to leadership quality, come on, Real Madrid has so many area of leader. From the back, you want to talk about.
Okay, so let's keep running. Quickly, Barcelona without Xavi Hernandez next season, just in one sentence, how would they be? Tell me.
They could do all right last.
They could do all right last.
They won't be all right.
They won't be all right. Why?
That team needs to restart. Let me use the word restart.
Now,
internal problems too more. Barcelona, they are debtors now.
There's no money.
Yeah, they can't point and buy right now.
That's right.
No, Barcelona's problem is huge. They can't point and buy. Do you understand?
So, financial issues everywhere. Everybody knows.
They might even sell Lewy, you know, right?
Just to make money.
Just to make money.
Okay, so financial fair play and the stories of that of Barcelona, debt and debt and debt. Money don't get where it did. But Nigeria get money.
Nigeria.
We not get money.
I know
the
federal government.
We get money.
But I still get money.
We get money.
Okay,
let's talk about this one now in the Serie A quickly because time we need to run and we need to be patient. This Roma, different style of the game. 3-2 against Torino yesterday. What has changed since Mourinho left?
Nothing really.
Nothing really?
Yes, nothing, honestly. What everybody calls change is when a manager leaves a club and then another manager comes in. Trust me, if you give some of these players space to play, they'll go deliver.
Oh, because the new manager syndrome.
It's just what it is, the new manager syndrome. So let's just watch them in the next 3, 4, 5 games. Then we can come back and say, okay, something has changed. There's this style of play. There's this. Come on, Mario.
Okay, so we talk about the Serie A now. Inter Milan, a very strong team. I love to watch all the time. They, the Vecchio, the Nicolo Barella, all of those guys, Dumfries, Lautaro Martinez, the son of the legend. Talk about Thuram. They've got a great team. Hakan and Loglu. Those guys, Eric Mkhitaryan. I love to talk about them. Yeah. But how far has they transitioned their team? Simone Inzaghi, Inter Milan.
I think the man balanced the squad.
They balanced the squad?
Yeah, you look at the team, you see a mixture of talents and experience.
Right.
So I think that's what is working for them. Bastoni, a very good center.
Very good player. Bastoni,
and then you see the competition between DiMarco and Augusto.
Right, yeah.
Amazing. Dumfries, we thought he was the best, but right now Damian is doing well. So you don't say I've earned the spot and relax. Everybody is working together. Right. Mkhitaryan, I didn't know he still had more to offer to to football. But you see him playing regularly and he's doing well.
Yeah. Great Inter Milan team. If we talk more, Hakan Çalhanoğlu seems to be the man doing some dirty job.
More about Anatovic.
Anatovic from the bench, and it's amazing.
And then you see Sanchez in the team. What they're all playing well.
So it's crazy.
It's just a balanced team, like you said, and I honestly can agree less.
Did they win the league?
Will they win the league?
I'm just saying.
They won the league.
Okay, he said it's a walkover. But wrapping up the show right here on Sports Republic, we need to go. We have got more interesting programs coming your way. You don't want to change the channel. Keep watching Voice of the People TV. Lastly, let's talk about the Bundesliga, the German side. Let's say it all. Thomas Tuchel, has he lost it?
So my fear again is, where is Thomas Tuchel going to go if he leaves by?
You fear for that? You know,
like, it's a fear because as it stands, they might still want to keep Ten Hag, which is a joy for me anyways. They keep him, and of course give him all of the support with the new football management in Manchester United. But where would he go?
Okay,
he's not going to go and destroy the team.
While David is giving us this assignment, we'll go out with the think. I would love to end with you, JC, my brother on the show. Privileged to have you as well. To say that over time. Javi Alonso is the man for the people. If it was an election, he will win your vote, I'm so sure. Javi Alonso, tell me, Javi Alonso making a move from Bayern Munich to Bayern Leverkusen to Bayern Munich come next season, is it good?
Yeah,
it's good.
It's an upgrade.
An upgrade.
David, you take the job.
The reason why I don't want to.
David, you take the job.
You know why I wouldn't want him to go. No, I wouldn't want him to go.
Why?
I want him to really make a huge statement and then even leave that's going to say. It's a big upgrade. Believe me, I totally agree with you.
Okay, we need to go. Our time is up. We need to run from the show. Like I said, we've got more interesting programs coming up, but don't forget to follow us across our social network at Voice of the, on YouTube, we are Voice of the People TV, and also on Instagram, we're still very much valid at Voice of the People. And that's Voice of the People. VOP TV Live is what it is. But JC, David, thank you so much. JC, I could love to have your last word on the show for now.
It was amazing. I wish it didn't stop. It didn't end, but I'd like to do this some other time.
Right. All right, thank you so much for coming around. David, will go on now.
Honestly, I just said it where he said it. It was an amazing show. I really wish he'd also be here to give us the footballer's perspective because you are retired. Your boot is hanging.
Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that like as it is. But thank you so much for watching. From wherever you're watching, all over the world, at home, anywhere. Without you, this show wouldn't have been a success. Thank you so much for staying by with us. Keep watching Voice of the People TV, and the Sports Public Show comes your way again tomorrow, same time, same channel. You don't want to change it. I'll remain your host, Kizike, and I could say that again. I am the only football player without a jersey. Peace out.
Say that.